got a rig on the highway, hauling dreams down the road. In a virtual world, she's the queen of the load. Farm fields to city lights, she knows her way around. But her mission's much bigger, it's to keep that safe and sound. She's more than a gamer, she's a heart full of care. Every mile she drives, it's like a prayer for the heroes who serve, now in need of a home. She won't stop fighting, she won't leave them alone. Keep our vets housed, keep the spirit strong. She's raising her voice, she's righting the wrongs. With every click and stream, she's making her stand for those who gave everything for this land. Behind the wheel of her semi, she's got a cause to steer. It's more than the games, it's her purpose so clear. In farms and she plants, in trucks and she drives, but it's the hope that she grows that keeps the dream alive. It's a shout to the world, a call to unite, to honor the brave and give them the light. A roof, a bed, and the peace they've earned. She's a beacon of hope wherever she turns. Keep our vets housed, keep their spirit strong. She's raising her voice, she's righting the wrongs. With every click and stream, she's making her stand for those who gave everything for this land.
Hey, Celtic.
For the ones who fall, who carry the pain, she's building a shelter, she's easing the strain. With her community's love and her fiery drive, she's reminding the world to keep hope alive. Keep our vets housed, keep the spirit strong. She's raising her voice, she's righting the wrongs. With every click and stream, she's making her stand for those who gave everything for this
How are you
land.
feeling today?
On to the street with a heart so proud, fighting for the heroes, shouting out loud. Keep our vets housed, keep their hearts warm. Together we'll weather every storm.
Hi. I have got so much in my brain.
Bearing the weight of freedom's name. Each step they took, a silent prayer for the brothers lost
Hey,
who are
Reaper.
no longer there. Foreign lands, under stars unknown, they fought for a flag they called their own. Now some return with scars that remain, while others face the streets again. We owe them a place
What are
where
you
the
guys
cold
doing?
won't creep, a roof to guard where they lay to sleep. No soldier served should ever stand alone. Let's fight to keep them safe at home.
Yeah, that's what my mom has. That's what I was afraid of when you mentioned testing for sleep apnea. I thought,
Don't end,
I should have thought of that.
done. The echoes linger and the nights run long. Some face demons they can't escape. Others fight the silence of an empty place.
I am
They give
tired.
their lives, their dreams, their years, shielded
I
us
slept
from
most
our
of the
darkest
morning,
fears. How can we
but it
turn
wasn't
and
like
walk
tired.
away
It was
when their
just,
need
I don't
calls
know.
to us today? We owe them a place where the cold won't creep, a roof to guard where they lay to sleep. No soldier served should ever stand alone. Let's fight to keep them safe at home. We owe them a place where the cold won't creep, a roof to guard where they lay to sleep. No soldier served should ever stand alone. Let's fight to keep them safe at home.
So are they working on like a treatment plan for you now?
When the war is done, the echoes linger and the nights run long.
Because we got to get you better.
They can't escape, others fight the silence of an empty plate. They gave their lives, their dreams, their years, shielded us from our darkest fears. How can we turn and walk away when their need calls to us today? We owe them a place where the cold won't creep, a roof to
Yeah, that's going to be a pain in the butt, and it's going to take a lot of getting used to, but you definitely will find a huge life improvement when you start using it.
This is our pledge, our duty to bear, to honor the brave with more than a prayer.
And the VA should cover it.
We can change the world if we choose to feel. You'll live a place where the cold won't creep, a roof to guard where they lay to sleep. No soldier served should ever stand alone. Let's fight to keep them safe at home. Keep them safe at home. For each sacrifice, for every tear, for the brothers they've lost year by year. Let's stand together.
It'll be a good thing.
Make this right.
It'll
For
just
the
take a whole lot of
veterans
getting
who
used
gave
to.
us their life.
That's what sleep apnea is, sweetheart. My mom had already had that, and then I don't know, she got a respiratory infection or something. So they thought that was just triggering it, but when she went in, she started having all kinds of major respiratory failure issues. And they discovered that on top of the sleep apnea, she has this rare breathing disease. So on top of sleep apnea, she has this rare thing where she actually stopped being alive twice on their table. So you got to be careful when you have respiratory stuff. I am too tired to multitask, and I am just barely here, so. And this is like the first time that I got a Twitch payout that I actually was like, I look back at all of my stuff and I was like, oh my god, if I don't do what I know works, it's gonna hurt me. And it did. So I gotta figure some different things out. Because if I can't pay the bills for stuff, then we're not doing what we need to be doing. And clearly we're not, so. It's fine. I'm just really run down, so. I'm glad you're doing a little better, though. I am so past tired, it's not funny. Yeah, I don't know if I'm ready for a tat. I was sort of talking to Becca earlier, and I can't. My brain is like on mega overdrive right now.
Well, I woke up this morning and my coffee was cold. The dog ate my breakfast and my toast had mold. My truck won't start and the boss gave me sass. So it's a great day for me to whoop somebody's ass. Oh, don't push my buttons, don't test my grace.
I hate having to watch what I say and overanalyze what I want to say. It just sucks. Although I did promise Becca, so never mind. If I can find her. Where is freaking Discord? I don't even have Discord open. You're supposed to be streaming anyway. You're supposed Oh, that's not what I needed to hear as soon as you start doing your thing.
Good afternoon and welcome to
No. No.
welcome to my world.
No.
I missed 2 freaking deers. Well, I think I
I'm
missed
sorry.
an elk. I literally walked up on a herd of something. Couldn't get my hand to stable enough to, or my apple shooter to stable enough to fire my apples.
That's part of the skills and perks stuff you've got to work on putting your points in.
Yeah, I gotta figure out. Yeah. But I found another outpost.
Are you doing the missions?
No, I haven't. I'm probably going to switch over to those next time.
The missions give you perks and skill points and experience.
Yeah, because right now running through that reservoir, the lake, whatever the heck it is, the one with all the inner kind of walks you through how to do stuff, ain't giving me nothing.
No, that's because you're just skirting what you're supposed to be doing.
No. Yeah, I don't have it. I did find a artifact though.
Yeah, they're scattered all over.
Yeah, now I just got to figure out how to exchange it.
Hi, Tony.
You got to figure out what to do with it now that I have it. Hi, Tony.
I haven't even done that.
Yeah, well, I actually found it by accident because while looking for the second outpost that I found on the map, I found it outside of what looked like an old cabin that was just pretty much down to the walls and the ceiling falling in. So
I'm getting frustrated with somebody. That's annoying. Nope, not saying names.
I was gonna say, do I know the name?
Yes.
Okay. You'll tell me later.
There are very few people that I'm okay with right now. Hey, Evelyn.
It's me.
No,
It's
not
me.
you.
I would rather it be me. Oh, crap.
No, but when I start removing people and unfollowing them, they should take it personally because I don't usually do that.
Uh-oh. I don't know anything about anything right now.
I don't either anymore.
No, I'm going to kidnap my phone. I'm going to Amy nap you and take you to the laundry room with me.
How you doing, Evelyn? Did you send Becca a DM so that she knows
where we're at?
Yes, because I told her it was going to be a girls' day that I didn't want to deal with men today.
Oh, great. And I'm in here.
You're a pappy.
That's scary. All right, I just sent it to her.
Thank you.
Okay, I am putting you in my pocket while I take you to the laundry room with me.
And there the abuse begins. I think I maybe took a nap for like off and on twice today, but I don't know how long. It wasn't very long, but I'm so depleted. It's just, I have way too much. It is so frustrating when people talk about you have to ask for help. But the whole reason that people don't is exactly why I'm having such a hard time. Because you sit back and you watch it, and people are just horribly shitty people. We can choose not to be. But I have watched people just attack and try to take down people already struggling and suffering. It's just frustrating.
nation's pride. For every veteran, for every home, Skulls reminds us we're never alone.
Oops.
What y'all doing?
Hit the washing machine.
There's my Becca.
I do that.
I told Pappy, I said I wanted just a girls' day, and he goes, "Oh, great." And I said, "No, you're a Pappy."
And then he summoned the me.
He's an in-between.
Oh, thanks.
You're welcome. No, I'm
Just for
not.
that?
I'm not going to apologize for anything today. I'm just
For
not.
that, I was worried. But I'm doing my own thing. No. I have. Wait, I do my own thing every night. Never mind.
All I hear is static. It's weird.
You hear what?
All I hear is static. It's weird. Ow, my arm hurts.
Don't do
Oh,
that.
it's a donuts. No, it's just everything. It is. It got freaking cold last night. Like, I have a new appreciation for heat and blankets.
Oh, did you have heat?
We always have heat because we've got a furnace, but... Oh, can you let, Barney know that his coffee went out today?
Yeah. I will when I get back to see Harvey.
I'm just behind in everything right now. I'm tired. My brain hurts.
That's not good.
No. But it's Tuesday.
Yep.
I
It's
think
history
it is.
making
Is it
Tuesday.
Tuesday? Why is it history making Tuesday?
Well, for me, it's history making Tuesday.
Why? And if it's something that's going to make me mad, don't. Just tell me I don't know.
No, because every day we get to make history.
Oh, you can say that then.
Yeah, see? You thought I was going to go down the news avenue.
No. I haven't even gotten a text message about anything in the news. It is nice. That is the only positive today.
I haven't paid attention to the news today.
I don't believe that.
No, I haven't.
Hell has frozen over.
It doesn't mean that I won't check later.
There we go. Becca, I am running away.
We can go together. And you mentioned coffee, so I would remember, and because I forgot, and now I remembered, so I will get it out, or have him get them.
Wait, what did he remember that I didn't remember that we remembered?
No, you reminded me about the coffee that we forgot.
What coffee? Oh God. Well, that's bad because I forgot to remind anybody anything.
Well, all you have to do is mention it, and then I'll remember. Mention it and I remember.
Well, I've had the stinking box since Saturday, but there was no mail on Sunday. And then yesterday, I am definitely coming down with something, and I am not able to fight it. It's just like kicking my butt. So everything is hitting me harder. And I think it's more exhausting to not be pissed off at things than it is to try and not to be. So I'm really having a hard time. But I keep forgetting that, so I need to get that out. Jesse's is next. I got to get that in the mail, but I had trouble with the stupid envelope, so I got to get that one done. Did Reaper actually just come in and go? He did. Yeah, that's only a mindfuck. It's okay.
Coming where? In here or are you streaming?
He came in on TikTok.
I swear I just looked for you there like 5 minutes ago, but it doesn't ever show. Like half the time you don't show up anyway.
That's because TikTok is just got hiccups. I can't say anything that I want to say about that. I'll just leave that alone. But it's broken. It's just broken. It's definitely broken.
So
I'm gonna hide this though, because we don't need that on here. I'm not even messing, so I don't want to hear anyone complaining about my overlay, because I don't. Like, right now, I just don't care. As long as everything is working, it's fine. I am not doing games today. I am that just... I can't. My brain is stopped. I have way too much, and I can't. I think I'm actually broken. It's fine though, because it's Tuesday, which means tomorrow's Wednesday, which means the next day is Thursday, which means the next day is Friday, so... We're getting closer to the weekend.
are you sure about that?
I'm not sure about anything anymore. I think I am struggling between two universes, a real one and some weird alternate one. How are you doing, Evelyn? You okay? You staying warm and hanging in there?
Okay, I'm back in the apartment. I got 30 minutes till I...
Oh, goody, I can quit and run away.
No, you cannot quit.
I most certainly can. I found loopholes.
Nope.
I
Sorry.
actually did. Legally, I did.
Because we're not doing that today.
I definitely did, and that's for a mental health out, so...
Yep. Okay, anyways.
There is no anyways. I will tell you that watching the Ontario firefighters roll in to help firefight from Oregon, that was awesome. That was because we have had winds today that are just crazy.
Yeah, how's...
And Pappy, you have 3 tiny dinies. I am not going to look. I have decided I am not looking. I am not going to look. I trust them. I have faith in them at the very least in this state. I have faith in the firefighters because they've done a good job. You have 3 RARs. And thank you so much for the roses. You do not have to do that, lady.
All right. 3 RARs. Oh, roar. A roar. And a roar.
Yeah, you did that yourself. Hiya, hi goals. Hi guys. Yeah, but the cost is way more than that on your eardrums. I'm sorry. 29 cents is now going to cost you mental health and probably medication down the road. It's just a thing. KOVH proudly damaging the mental. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. What'd you do today, Becca?
I just ran an errand. That's about it.
So you are more productive than me. All I did was take a box out to the front porch.
No, you're taking the box out was probably more productive than me and my errand.
You went out of the house and had air. I went out of the house for seconds and crawled back in and decided that was the coldest I will ever be, and I am not doing that again.
How cold was it?
We got down to like 20. It was pushing the teens, we'll just say that.
Dang.
Yeah, it was cold.
Because we got in the teens last night, but I don't know how cold.
Our humidity was up. It made it just really, really damp, which is why everything just feels so much worse.
The dampness would have been great for the
fires. Yeah, that's why it's really hard to want to complain, but that wind had such a bite to it.
Yeah, the wind is the only bad part about it.
Yeah, the wind has a bite to it. And then I got notification for the Twitch deposit, and I was like, well, that's just sad.
That low?
Yep.
Dang.
Yeah, that was rough.
But January is always the lowest month in giving for any nonprofit organization. So it's also like the lowest profitable month for restaurants, lowest profitable month for most retail, because they are actually people are actually doing the returns from Christmas and spending gift cards.
I forgot people still do that.
Yep. So January is always the lowest month for financial profit.
You had bad winds on Sunday? We always have them. Usually the Santa Ana are nasty, but man, those winds we've been having were hurricane. Those were like really bad.
Those are demonic.
Yeah, they were something.
And I'm not even out there.
No. And the videos that you can find are just, they're not exaggerated. They're bad. It was bad.
Oh, yeah. Now I know what I was going to look at. Duh.
Hello again, Tony. So that set off like allergies and sinuses and like everything. I was going to write a blog post and then I was like, no. My brain is just not braining today. I can't do it.
Amy, I am sending you a video
of
a dog doing something to a car, and I could see Angel doing this, by the way.
No, we don't want to encourage Angel to do anything.
Yeah, well, this is why she doesn't have access to where the car's at, so.
Sure she does. He lets her out in the garage.
Oh, well, I'm sure he doesn't leave the hood up.
No, but if she can magically grow opposable thumbs, she very well could.
There, I'm sending it to you. It's in, you'll have to check it, watch it later. It's in TikTok.
Oh, God. That requires multitasking.
Yeah, I don't think you can watch it while you're live.
No.
So.
I do.
But you'll like it. I don't know. It's a big fluff ball.
She's a fluff ball. You should have seen her today. She was laying on the couch, and I couldn't find her at first. I go into the family room, and she's looking at me. And I looked at her, and she looked at me. And I went over, and I was going to love on her. And she was like, I'm not having that. You stay away from me. And she kicked her feet out. And I was like, yeah, okay. Just remember who makes your dinner.
Yeah, remember who keeps you well fed.
Well, I keep her fed. I don't know about well fed. Sometimes she has more cookies than food, so there's a difference. Hi, Nick. Hi, Nathan. So today is a no set schedule. I just too tired. I can't. I'm way too tired. I want to try and finish this, but I'm like borderline getting whatever respiratory thing this is, and I don't want it.
Yuck.
Yep. I see a donuts.
Hey, he better bring us some donuts.
I actually want donuts currently. I want donuts. Okay. Hiya, Reaper Cyborg. Welcome in.
What is your go-to donut?
I told you guys the other day I like the Bavarian cream filled.
That does sound good.
And I think they're called the Long Johns. They're the ones with the chocolate on the top.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my favorite. I have not had one in a long time.
They got a bunch of different names for them.
I saw during the pandemic that all these people started donuts out of their homes and they started creating these amazing ones. And I was just, that was just crazy.
I really want an apple fritter.
Oh, God. I have gone all day without anybody talking about the news. And Cyborg comes in and says he saw the thing about vets on the news today, and I have zero clue what you're talking about, which is not a very good thing. I am Blaze Cowboy. I would ask you to explain, but I really do not want to know right now. I really don't.
My only problem is when I go to try to get an apple fritter, sometimes they have cherry fritters marked as apple fritters, and I'm just like, or they'll have apple and cherry, but they're not clearly defined as which one is which.
Uh, apple fritters I've never had ever.
Oh, I have. They're
Are
great.
those glazed? Are they gooey?
They are basically apple diced apples mixed into the dough, lumpy.
Oh yeah, I can't do that
Very
because of the
lumpy
texture.
and glazed.
Yeah, I can't do that because of the texture. I can't. Anything that's got like
Well, you
chunky
can.
stuff in it is gross.
Well,
I
you can
can't.
pull it. Well, you can't do. Yeah. Well,
No.
the apples. I don't know if the apples are they're kind of diced
That
up
is
and
the
almost.
other thing. I think that's why I will eat a piece of apple pie if it's all they had, like what we had the other day. They
Mhm.
didn't have anything but pecan, and I don't know if I like it, so I wasn't about to pay for it. But I don't like apples. I like apple juice and apple
Oh,
cider, but I don't really like
well,
apples.
yeah. Okay. Well, that see it just depends on your taste buds.
But I like the plain donuts, just the plain that you can do cinnamon on. Those are yummy. Those are always good.
Did you say
Yeah.
you don't know like pecan pie?
I don't what?
You don't know if you like pecan pie? Is that what you said?
I have never had it ever. I don't know if I do or not. I've never, ever, ever in my life, hand to God, ever had it ever.
It's do you like pecans? That's going to be the question.
I don't know. I
Because
honestly
it's
think
really
I'm getting
sweet.
pecans mixed up with some other nuts. I don't know. I
Mm.
don't think so. I don't know. The only nuts I've ever had at Christmas time, I accidentally had one of these big, kind of like tan colored ones that were like
Hmm.
giant peanuts, but they weren't peanuts.
Sounds like
Um,
almonds.
no, almonds are different. Almonds are what I have in the mall at Christmas with the cinnamon and sugar on them, the roasted ones, the honey glaze.
Cashew, maybe? I don't know.
Maybe it might be cashews. Yeah, are they shaped like little elbows? Sometimes.
Possibly, yes.
Okay, well that's pretty much like my nuttiness.
And
Except for milk. I will drink almond milk and cashew milk, but that's not nut form, that's actually milk, so I know. I realize I don't really care, so I know how it sounded. Welcome back, Nick.
I'm sorry. It's just
Leave me alone, Pappy. That will not
I
end well
am
for
leaving
you.
you alone. That's the thing. Wait, what? Damn it!
Darn
I'm now
it.
back under 2. I'm now under 2.
Huh?
Oh well, I'll get there eventually.
You're what?
I will get there eventually.
Get where?
My average has dropped below 2 again.
I wouldn't even look at it. I didn't for like the first. There people are doing weird stuff right now. I was looking at both my accounts, and I have lost handfuls, like large handfuls.
Well, I'm at 53 followers, so that's a good thing.
That's a good thing. Yes.
My problem is most of the people that are following me are following you, and they work during that time that I'm doing mine. So,
Well, you're just gonna have to find what works. But you have to talk
yeah,
more on yours. I sat in
yeah,
your chat and I typed, and you didn't say anything for the longest time, and you just kind of were
yeah.
playing your game.
I just happened to turn my head the right way and see because it doesn't pop up on my screen. I'm going to
Mm-hmm.
probably have to do that. I'm going to have to figure out how to get that. Problem is, I need to get the chat for TikTok and the one combined, so that I can then do the text to chat or talk whatever they call it
Mm-hmm.
through my other laptop when I'm doing my game. Because otherwise, if I'm trying to figure out something, because I missed a bunny today, I missed an elk that literally just walked right up past me, and then I missed a deer.
Welcome to my nightmare, because if I have to read chat, I can't pay attention to the game, and if I'm
And
paying
I
attention to the game, I miss the chat.
and I try to keep my head on a swivel so that I can keep keeping a because I have Twitch up on on my left side.
Mm-hmm.
Well, actually, I have Twitch. I have one of my tablet and my TV are on Twitch. My other one tablet is on TikTok, and the laptop is on either Restream or Twitch, depending on what I set it up as. So,
Mm-hmm.
but Restream currently, because I can't figure out how to tie, because right now Restream only shows me the chat that comes through Twitch. I cannot figure out how to get the TikTok to load through there too.
I don't know that it's not read only. When I used Restream, X and TikTok were read only.
Well, I can't even get it to come through.
I don't know.
Cowboy!
Cowboy, I love you. Thank you. You made him use his voice. Now he has to roar 3 times.
Oh, roar! Oh, roar! Oh, roar! And that was a Diney trying to go to the opera.
No, that was trying to go to bed. Only it was never going to wake up again. That was what that was.
But I'm okay if I have to read TikTok off of my or off of my tablet. And if I keep the other tablet, if I remember to turn it
Glad
on.
you survived. Was traffic okay? We had some pop fires this morning because they did this alert for lane closures, and I was like, oh, maybe it's a good thing he didn't go to work today.
Oh, I'm going to take you with me. I'm going to go check laundry. I'm kidnapping you again. Or Amy napping you, I mean. Get away. Any bars that come in will have to be postponed until I get back to the apartment.
Or not. You'll just have to breathlessly do them. Wonder if we could get Becca to do some.
Oh, that would be interesting.
Yeah, 10 is really bad. I wasn't sure where you were going to be going through, but yeah, 10 and the coastal highway, that's bad.
Get Becca to do some what?
Rars!
No way.
Why would you not do a rar for me?
I would do one for you. That would be about it.
Well, I wouldn't make you do many, but one rar for me would be perfect. I would do a rar for you.
We're not doing none of that. That's all you.
I'm sad now. I'm brokenhearted.
I got 20 minutes, so.
I'm brokenhearted. Becca has rejected me.
I'll just do dishes at works.
He's ignoring me.
Who's ignoring you?
You are ignoring me.
Why? What did I say?
You didn't. Never mind, Pappy.
I know you said Becca was Becca didn't love you or something.
He was in Tarzana. I don't know where that is. I don't know where that is. Alright, I need to find the... I need to do something today.
Now I'm going to work on emails, and I think I'm just going to do peanut butter sandwiches tonight for dinner. I really don't want to cook.
I don't want to cook either.
I'll save the taco. I'll fix the taco meat tomorrow.
We had the fajitas last night, so that just does not seem like it's big enough. I don't like it.
And I've been on a expedition all day.
You've been on a what?
You know, the buggies.
Oh.
I sprayed up through the cracks behind the cupboard on the bottom side, and started the top before I had to take a break. Before I had to stop and just give myself another day to do that.
Of Los Angeles, about 45 minutes. Ah. Oh, I forgot the tip jar. I don't even have that on here.
Let's just say the critters are not liking what I'm doing.
I'm a critter.
You're not that kind of critter.
I am a creature of the night.
I would never do that kind of thing to to the Amy critter.
Or would you?
No, I would not.
Or would you?
Only if I don't know. I don't know what the if would be. Don't put me on the spot.
He's contemplating his answer now. That is never good. And I have broken Pappy now.
There would have to be a very darn good reason as to why I would do that to you. And no, I'm not letting you tell me why I should do it.
I'll think of something.
No.
I'll think of something.
No.
I will think of something.
No, because somebody would not let me do that.
I will think of something.
Or I will not be alive very long afterwards.
I will think of something.
Yeah, I'm sure you would.
I will think of something. It's fine.
Yeah,
You'll survive. You'll survive. It'll be okay.
Unalive.
It's fine.
You want me to be unalived?
I do not. That is not a thing.
Okay. All right, give me a second. I got taking my peanut butter and jelly sandwiches with me. Only I'm using strawberry today.
Uh-huh.
Oh, I see you're working. Cool. Okay, put this right here. 10 minutes and then I gotta go start a little laundry.
It's too windy. I can't even do laundry outside today.
Well, it'd be perfect if it wouldn't blow away.
It would blow away, for sure.
But it would be perfect because at least it would dry real fast. Of course, you're going to need one of those in-house dryer setups where you can hang it from a line in your dryer in your area, and you can retract it and raise it when you're not using it.
Well, they have those little stands now that has all the little wires across. It's just like the size of a small table, and you just expand it and lay your stuff in it.
Yeah, I could see that not surviving with Angel.
No.
Angel likes to walk off with clothing.
She would. Yeah, she keeps doing it today too. It's driving me nuts. And it's not clean clothes. It's dirty, and they're men. They're grown ass men. So I can't even That's just gross.
I have no clue.
I got so many thoughts running through my mind that I just can't.
Oh, Lord.
I should check to see if Cash App responded to me because that's annoying.
Well, because they say it'll take about 30 days or so. I should go look into mine.
They said, oh.
Did you get your nap, Amy?
No.
Sure.
Did you just growl at me?
I did, and it's the closest thing you're getting to that other thing you asked for. So
Wait.
I never really sleep.
she just abandoned me all afternoon
You
just to
got
see how you are.
quiet. I have 2 messages to you and then nothing. I'm looking at him. I am looking at him. Oh my god, I see a Becca Rose.
Becca.
There's a Becca Rose with all the gifties. Oh, wait for it. There is no Diney, so you're safe for now.
Give it time. Give it time. You're. See now you're expecting them. Oh,
Yeah, you're right. I see one I didn't even ever see earlier. I'm sorry.
I just saw 5 come in. Give me a second to.
Becca, I will never, ever lie to you.
I didn't think you were lying. I just thought maybe you didn't see it, but I guess it was me that didn't see it.
All right, we ready? Got
Yes.
5. 5 of them. Here we go. Oh, roar, 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 roar. There you go. I think I lost Amy.
No, I'm here. I'm trying to respond to Cash App.
Make it 6. Uh-oh. One more. Oh, roar.
Thank you, guys.
Yeah, he was having that dino was having issues today. He's getting ready to sing at the opera.
That was a high roar. Well, I mean, it's a thing. Hi, Raisin. My legs are hurting. I gotta rethink like so much stuff. This is not making any sense. I have honestly forgotten what I'm doing. Like, this is not good. Because if I do it this way, it actually absolutely is going to be backwards. In other words, I should not have printed it reverse for this. Because this is the front, and if I do it, it's actually backwards.
Mm.
Hi, Ange. I know.
Well, this is for the flag.
Yeah. So I'm just going to reprint it. I'm going to save that, though, because that actually could be used for something else.
Okay.
I'll just print another one.
Like a wood round or something?
No, that's too small. That's like really too small.
Okay.
But what I can do, I can do one of these. I don't think I saved it, which means I'm gonna need to redo it again. I can't let myself sit still very long, otherwise my brain starts to go in overdrive, so I don't want to do that. You need... Dun dun dun. Alright, I'm gonna try and remove the background. We'll see if this works.
All right, time to go check the laundry again. And hopefully these are into the dryer. All right, ready for another road trip?
No, I don't like going out. You stop that.
Well, you're going to stay in the pocket.
That's even worse for me. I'm sorry.
I'm going to keep you safe in the dark.
I am never safe.
I'm sorry.
How you doing, Brazen? Why are you sorry?
Because I know the dark is not a good thing for you.
Cowboy, I'm here. You have me. Oh, you're doing? I don't want to know what you're doing.
Trying to mute my phone.
Not you.
Not you. Oh.
What did I say? This was the reverse? Oh no, this one's definitely bigger. Oh boy. This one might be too big. Oh no, this will be perfect. Why didn't it do it the first time? I'm not mad at you. Why would I be mad at you? I'm too tired to be mad. I don't get mad. I wish people would understand that. Like, I don't. I wish I could. I really, really do wish I could get mad. You got donuts. I don't believe you anymore. You fibbed to me. I can't get mad. Oh. Not me. Oh. So are we talking about Señorita She? See. Pappy. Of course he's not here. What did she do now? Told you, women are trouble. I'm trying not to touch that because it's still wet. I can see it's shiny. Women are trouble. So are men. Mostly men for me today, but women are trouble. Just saying. Ow.
He abandoned us.
He did. Oh, it's girl talk time. Woohoo! Don't you hate Gurmy? She thought, wait, I thought you had already arranged to have your bag be sent back. Hi, Harley. It's just me and Becca right now. You guys are screwed. It's girl power time. Still wet. Not touching. Stop touching, Amy. Stop touching.
As soon as we figure out how that works, I don't think either one of us has any idea.
How what works?
Girl time or girl power time
I
or whatever
don't
you said.
know. I don't know. I've never... well, no. Up until I had my son, like literally he was just over a year old, I only had one female friend. And she betrayed me. So I've never had quote unquote girl talk. I don't know what that means. Other than two girls get to talk. And a Pappy.
Yeah, I don't really know either.
Oh, Brazen. Oh, Brazen, Brazen, Brazen. So wait, at TwitchCon, you hung around with another female streamer who was not your senorita. I am not okay today, but I am here. That's because she's bitter and jealous right now. I kind of can't blame her, just because guys are doing, especially lately, dumb things without understanding that the consequences sometimes are worse. Yeah. See, this is why wives hate me, because I let people mod and I hang out with them and we have fun and chat, and suddenly they're having affairs with me, and it's like, don't I have to be a participant in that to have that happen? It doesn't matter. That's not the way girl brains work. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You aren't gonna win that one. You're just gonna need to get your stuff and cut your losses for now and hope she comes back around. Look, if a girl, and actually many guys today, but if a girl wants to find something to be pissed about and can twist it in any way that she can because she's emotional, she's going to. I do it all the time to myself. All the time.
Okay, what did I miss and why is...
Brazen. Here's the recap. So, Brazen had a conversation with his senorita. They were trying to arrange for him to get his bag back, right?
Right.
She sent him a message this morning, and they discussed that. Then, at noon, she was mad and saying that he was with another girl who was another streamer that he mods for and who hung around with her at TwitchCon, which she knew about. Then she started pulling all kinds of things into the discussion, which it was one of the streamers that I hung around with. Yes, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, so that's it. Well, what I think is she was affiliate. What? She was all nice this morning and was expecting me to say something like, I miss you, I want you back, and now she's mad because I didn't reply that way. Okay, Brazen, I have a question. Why didn't you say you miss her and you want her back?
Yes.
Because nothing else matters except why you didn't say that to her.
Yes.
And there is no wrong or right answer, but whatever that reason is what she's picking up on.
And my only thing is, if she knew that you was hanging out with the other female creator, so yeah, interesting.
I have all kinds of see. I don't have trust issues with that because I'm so used to being cheated on. Like, it is literally a constant thing.
Oh, Brazen. You gotta... Okay,
oh, man. That's the stubborn brain.
Brazen, what was her reason for wanting to kick you out? What started it, may I ask? Because it may have not technically been you. It may have just been the fact that she was stressed because you wouldn't marry her. Well, that could be understandable. You gotta look at it from her point of view.
No, because then you start to open up the doorway to getting married for the wrong reasons.
Exactly. But you gotta understand her reasonings too.
No.
The question comes back to you.
She has no reasons. Because Pappy.
This is where I was going.
Pappy.
I was wanting to know his reason. He's not ready yet.
No, he's not ready for that yet. They haven't actually spent a ton of time together, even over the 2 years that he said that he has known her. Why am I defending her?
There you go. This is where my line of questioning was going to go, and he's answering it. He's not ready yet. She keeps pressuring. She wanted to get married after the second time. She either A, fell in love with you, or B, there's more there than...
Or C, a combination of the two.
Yeah. So if it is to work out between you two, Bryson, just let things cool down and see what happens.
No, run for the hills. No. I don't give a shit. I don't give a shit about years that you've known someone. I don't. It actually is a number that is irrelevant to me. And I hate saying that because I have had one person in my life for so long, but it feels even longer. However, if they are wanting you to marry them after a very short time, it's either destiny and fate, which is very freaking rare, or there's more underneath it. You guys are long distance. This is what terrifies me right now. You guys are long distance. And even though the short time that you physically have been together, that you haven't actually lived together. You haven't actually had to dealt with budgets and bills together. So everything could change in the blink of an eye.
Smells like somebody's smoking in the building.
That's just because you're so hot, Happy.
Not. Two words that would never be used to describe me.
And that's the other thing. If she's got young kids, I would never have done that. I did that this time. And look what... No, can't say that.
Yeah.
Even if the kids like you a lot, you're taking on the responsibility of
So wait a
another
minute, was it
parental
a short
figure.
period of time or was it 2 years?
2 years.
Yeah.
Yes, but he's in the U.S. and she's in Mexico.
The big thing to ask yourself, Brazen, are you ready to be a dad to somebody else's kids?
Well, he was a dad to her kids while he was there. He said that they liked him. I'm just worried that this was an issue of, yes, she really liked him, but she wanted to get married so that she could be a citizen here.
That would be the other question.
Because she's trying to get her kids out and away from that, I think.
Yeah.
Did we just lose Becca?
I think she stepped away.
Oh.
She'll be back. See? Told you.
Yes, but see, this is what worries me, and I'm doing this to myself. Like the last week, I have had to rethink some things because my brain is broken. But okay, I'm gonna give her the benefit of the doubt because I have woman brain, because that's just what I am, right? You can absolutely have feelings for someone and love them and want to die for them. Cowboy, shut it, cowboy. But the thing is that when you have those underlying things, like for me, that is why I married my son's dad. I didn't not love him, although it wasn't the love like what I because I didn't know what that meant. I wanted to be married to him. Well, actually, he was very animate. It was his doing, for the insurance, and because he wanted my son, now his son, to have his last name and to be his. He actually absorbed him legally by signing the parent acknowledgement of parentage. That's like signing that, okay, no matter what DNA shows, I am this child's father. So when you have those underlying issues, for females especially, that's an emotional thing. Protecting our kids always will come first, and marriages are going to be sabotaged because of that. Doing that with someone out of what?
Sorry, I said, was it 2 years or was it a short time?
No,
I'm
it
not
was.
getting part of the story.
He is okay. She is in Mexico. She's. I think she's divorced. She's trying to get her kids out of there. I think, but they've been. How many times have you gone to see her? It's been like 2 years, but it's only been a few times. This just really feels like an out for residency. And then if you guys work out, yay. If not, then no. She's been divorced for 4 years. I think she cares about him. I just worry that other stuff comes first. Which is why now she's acting out. I guess let's talk about it Tuesday.
We've done one of
Do you
or two
want?
of those.
Can you add Brazen to this room so he doesn't have to talk?
Sure. It's easier if I go over here and do it.
Mm-hmm.
This sounds to me like he's lukewarm, because in 2 years, you know whether you want to be with somebody or not. And he's wasting her time and needs to leave her alone. But that citizenship and the long distance thing can probably double the time, but it's still, you know what you want.
Well, exactly. I mean, if he's being the little brat and saying, I'm not going to say I miss you, I want you back because you hurt my feelings and we're going to kick me out, there's a problem. Either you do or you don't. Because by not doing it, you just put yourself in the hole that you're in. We need to hear things, but we actually need to believe them and know them.
Mm-hmm.
You're not ever going to have that answer, cowboy. Ever. And that's always going to be in the back of one's mind. No, you can't with women. You can't. Because when we get our feelings really hurt, we say we're done. Pappy, how many times have I said I'm fucking done?
If I had a dime for every time, I'd be a very rich man right now.
Did you believe me, though?
Hell no.
I said it. I wanted out. I was hurt.
The day you actually mean it, that is going to cause so many problems for so many people.
You can't let women who are emotional have that at face value. I'm sorry. Because I do it all the time. I do it.
All right, Mr. Brazen. You now have access to this room, Sir Brazen.
I don't want to side with her. I don't. Because I think there's more to it than that. And I do worry about you because I care about you. I don't care about her. But you know whether you want her back and miss her or not. And you had a chance and didn't.
Yeah,
right?
You can't be lukewarm with somebody. It doesn't matter who it is.
You're either in or you're out. Especially when you know that she wants to get married. Even if you think that was just too soon, which, again, I have a problem because it's long distance. You're not in the same country, right? I have such a hard time with that. But you know that was what she wanted. So either you feel that for her or you do not.
And why does Roger have a say in what
He
Brazen
doesn't.
does?
He doesn't know much about his situation other than what we tell him.
Mm-hmm.
Welcome back. Alright. I'm gonna try and at least cut the outline. No, he doesn't get to run for the hills.
Why not?
Because you don't. You could walk, but don't run. You did it to yourself. You have legitimate concerns. You probably have a ton more than what you are telling us. But she does owe you your stuff back regardless. You don't want her back? She hurt you that bad that it's something that you...
No. It wasn't her hurting me. She said I hurt her, and that's why she wanted me out.
Justified.
And she said she was done.
Yeah, we say that a lot. That doesn't mean shit.
Yeah, you either fight for her, you're all in and you fight for her,
This
or you
is
drop
exactly. You are...
So, the second time that I was down there, which would have been 2 months after the first time we met. So, started talking to her online. Went down, met her in McAllen in June. In September, I went to Mexico. When I was there in Mexico, so it would have been about 6 months of us dating, well, talking. She was already pushing to get married then. And I had only, I had talked to her, but we hadn't really been with each other for, the time in McAllen was like 2.5 days. And she was pushing to get married then, the first time I was in Mexico.
Okay, well, that's a girl thing. Either A, you're just all that and then some, and she wants to snag you forever.
Which I don't feel.
Okay, but I don't feel that either. And yet I have had countless drama over people who seem to think the opposite. I have countless drama.
So there have been many fights between the beginning and now. There has been several times where she's said she's done and she's blocked me from everything.
That's a girl thing.
That's fine.
I'm not telling you. I'm telling people in chat.
1 second. I gotta let the dog out. He's crying. I'll be back.
Yeah, that's the pee-pee cry. Cowboy is just, his vote is run. He's done. I don't know. Look, I know from me, I have not been fought for until very, very, very recently. And even then it was weird because it was not the way that in my head I thought it would play out. Everybody does things differently, and people who have been through a hell of divorces, especially when they have kids, that changes your brain. And you panic because you want to make sure that you are always able to provide for your children. They come first no matter what. I will never again marry someone to provide for my son. Thankfully, he's an adult now. But you can't do that to anybody. Okay.
You never give up on your kids.
No. But if I have to make sure he is safe again, I absolutely would. It would cost me whatever was left, but I absolutely would, because he matters more to me than anything else. I promised him I would take care of him. And short of, ending up in prison, I would do anything for him.
I hate to say it, as parents, we would go to prison for our kids too.
I've never done that. I got kicked out. I came home from a very long weekend with my mom and my sister at a trade show that we had taken my entire booth of soap and candles to. 10,000 pounds of handmade stuff in a freaking SUV. And I was exhausted. And he was done. I didn't even know what I did because I had been with 2 other women who were family. I couldn't figure it out. He literally threw my then baby and me out. There was nothing to discuss. He was done. And I was like, what? I drove to the police station. I made them come back with me. I said, I do not know what happened, but this is craziness and I need to get my stuff from my baby. I totally get that. I do. But there is always more than what we're being told, and then what he's feeling and what she's feeling. We don't know what she's feeling and thinking. We can only assume. It's easy to say she wants citizenship, and maybe she does, but maybe that's because she knows he could give her a life that she wants for her kids. Does that mean that it would work out? No. But if he's not even willing to fight for her, well, then he needs to think about how he feels about her anyway. I don't blame him for not feeling comfortable enough to marry her. That would scare the shit out of me. But there are kids involved. So we also have to remember that. They have spent time with him. I wish everything was as simple as what we let it be. I really do, because there'd be a textbook with all kinds of stuff on it. And there's just not. There just isn't. I am in such a bad place right now, and I put myself there because 1, I can't defend myself. 2, I can't stand up for myself. And 3, I cannot hurt people the way that I have been hurt. I can't do it. I will just say, no, I'm going to just do whatever you want, you win. And I have done it for a year, and I've done it for, how old am I? Oh God, I've done it for 30 years at least. Could you honestly be with someone that you know that is with you because they don't want to hurt you? So, as much as I would love to say this is clear-cut and easy and he should either fight for her or walk away, he has to figure out how he feels. There isn't. We don't know what she's thinking. That's really, really hard. Really hard.
There were many times I was questioning
you're back.
if she knew what she was thinking.
She might not, because again, she's a mom. She wants what's best for her kids.
Okay. Yes and no. So, she's left her kids once already.
Okay.
She gave them up to the father.
Dad? Okay.
And she came to the U.S.
So
now, the reason she did that is because he wasn't paying child support. She couldn't afford to keep the kids anymore. So instead of, rules are different down there. I understand that. So he hadn't paid child support for however long. She was starting to drown in bills. She made an agreement with him that he would take the kids, put them in put them in private school, and all this other stuff. And then she was going to come to America and make money. Now, she did that, and then he kind of reneged on what he was going to do. He put him in private school for a month to appease the court, and then took him out and put him in public school after that. And then he moved 2 times and then never updated the court. So
that's just 2 people that should not be parents, obviously, because then kids are going to get caught in the middle. That's not your problem, though. You can't save them from that.
So she is now. So the first time I was down there, she didn't have her kids with her. It was just her and I.
Mm-hmm.
And on the way to her brother's, where I was going to meet her brother and family and her dad, she started calling my mom and my dad her mother and father-in-law. And I said, well, that's not how that works. I said, you got to be married first. And she goes, well, we're married. I'm like, no, we're not. She goes, well, we're going to be, right? She goes, you want to get married, don't you? Now, this is 8 months after I finalized my divorce.
Oh.
And I said, I don't know if I want to get married again.
I would have run just because see, I can't sympathize with her because I know how I felt when I had no
Well, and
choice.
I tried to be honest with her on all this stuff. Like I told her, I'm like, I'm not ready yet.
I don't think it's gonna matter. Because she is. For whatever reason, which nobody can judge her for, she is, you're not.
Well, and she broke down and started crying, and like she changed after that.
Yeah. Because she wanted what she wants, regardless of why. Mm,
And you know how you get like a feeling from a person and whatnot, and
yes.
the feeling was great before that, and after that it changed.
Yeah, because she definitely wants to be married.
So I felt that, and it hurt, and I don't know how to explain what I was feeling at that point, but she said, we're going to my family's, we're going to pretend like we never had this conversation and go about our stuff, and then we'll talk about it when we get back. We had a discussion when we got back. Things went pretty well the rest of the time I was there. I came back home. Then I went back down for Christmas. I had brought stuff down for her boys because she didn't have the money to pay for it. So I bought some stuff and brought it down with me.
Aw.
She wanted to get him a Nintendo Switch, which, everybody's always like, oh, things are cheaper in Mexico. No, they're not. She wanted to get a Nintendo Switch, the cheapest one that she could get down there around Christmas time. Not this year, but last year, was like $800. They're like $300 or $400 here.
Right.
So I bought it. She said she would pay me back, but when I got down there was some stuff that we had talked about, and I said, don't worry about paying me back. It's fine. So went through, everything was pretty decent. We got into a fight while I was there that time. It was like the second to last day before I left. We kind of patched things up. Last day was fine. Came back home. I came home. She had her boys with her on Christmas for that, and then she had to give them back to their dad. And then she came up here in May. Everything was pretty decent. Until we went to go out for dinner one night. And so my son was home from college at that time. And she's like, well, where do you want to go for dinner? And I'm like, oh, I don't know. And then it turned into a debate and then whatever. And I said, well, let me go ask if Owen wants to go. So she's expecting it just to be you and I, or her and I, in a date. I was not picking up that vibe. So I screwed that up because she wanted to be just her and me, and I asked if my son could go with, and
Heaven
that was
forbid
wrong.
your child go with you.
That was wrong. And so there was a little bit of fighting with that afterwards. We'd gone shopping and done some stuff, and I had overspent pretty much every time that I was with her. And I didn't say anything about it until she was up here, and she was trying to spend like $150 at Goodwill.
Oh my gosh.
And I said, I don't have the money for all of this. And, I had saved up some money to do stuff, but I didn't have it at that point. I didn't have any more left, or not much left. So I'm like, I don't have the money for all this. And she got upset. And she put some stuff back, and then, we got what she wanted and we left. And then that turned into an argument, debate. And then she lost her passport, which I think she threw it away on accident because she was like cleaning, and I don't know. She says either she threw it away on accident or she lost it on the bus, and she's not sure which. She thinks I threw it out because she jokingly thinks I threw it out. And I told her, I said, I never saw it. So we had to scramble to try it because she didn't realize this until the day before she was leaving. So we were scrambling, trying to figure out what we were going to do. Actually, it might have been the morning of. We were trying to figure out what we were going to do. And so I bought a separate ticket for her to go to get to McAllen because then she could get a family member to drive her down. So I paid for that, which I didn't really have the money for, but I paid for it to get her down there so she could go back home. And she knew she could get back that way. But the airline actually let her fly without a passport.
Wow.
And she got back into Mexico without an issue.
Viva la Mexico.
Which I was like, okay. So then we tried getting the money back for the other flight because she said she got through the security and everything and she was going to be able to get through. And so I tried getting the money back for the other flight and she said, well, just wait. And then we waited too long. Well, then I couldn't get anything back for it. So that money got thrown away. That was fun. And then she started this. I don't have a lot of money. If you could send me a little bit to help, that would be great. And at first it was just once in a while here or there. And then it turned into every week. And if I didn't send it, she was questioning me why I hadn't sent any money. Which I told her, I said, I don't like how this is going. I don't feel comfortable with this. It feels like that you're just wanting me for the money. And then that turned into an argument. And I thought by going back down there again, I could fix. Well, she was supposed to come up here. And I thought her coming back up here with her boys, we could fix what I felt was broken. And because it's difficult to fix things from distance and text messages, because text messages are the worst way to communicate with somebody.
Yes. Yes, they are.
Because you cannot get the feeling from a text message, and a feeling is always taken the wrong way.
Yep.
So, in between then and now, we had actually broken up 2 times. One time was because I wouldn't, this is kind of personal, but I'm not a butt guy, okay? She's very, very much into her butt and wanted me to be into her butt. And I told her, I said, I'm not a butt guy. I love you. You're beautiful. I said, but shaking it in my face does nothing for me. That kind of is a turnoff for me. And then that turned into a fight. You don't like my body. No, I love your body. I don't want your butt in my face. And she insisted that I have to love her butt. And I have to allow her to shake it in my face. And I have to do this, and I have to do this, and I have to do this. And she got mad, and we broke up over that. And again, she said, if you don't like me for this, then there's nothing to do and we're done. And I'm like, okay, fine. I'm not, and I told her, I said, if that's the way you feel, then fine. I said, I will not bother you. I will let you be, whatever. So a week later, after she'd blocked me on everything. A week later, she unblocks me and messaged me, how come you haven't reached out to me? I said, you blocked me on everything. And I told you that I wasn't going to bother you. I was going to let you be. She says, well, you still had a way to get a hold of me. I said, no, you blocked me on everything. well, not everything. I'm like, well, everything I looked at was blocked. So then we got back together. Again, there was several arguments in between then and now. And several of them were about money. And before I went down there this time, so like I said, she was supposed to come up here. So a lot has transpired with her and her kids. And I've been trying to help her pay for her lawyers so she can fight for her kids again. And back in July, she filed a suit against her ex for abandonment because he had left them with his girlfriend and was in another state of Mexico. And the boys didn't know where he had gone. And she found out that he was actually in the state that she was, in the same city that she was, which is 11 hours away from where the boys are. And he was up here working, apparently. So the next time she got them back, which was the beginning of August, she kept them and didn't return them back to him. As what she says, that's what her attorney advised her about, which then later her attorney yelled at her for doing, which she hears what she wants to hear and doesn't listen to the rest. That is a problem that I have had with her. When I try to explain something, because there is a language barrier. She speaks English, but it's not always great, and she doesn't always understand what I'm saying, and I don't always understand what she's saying. But when she gets mad, she hears portions and doesn't hear everything. And I don't know, because I wasn't there, I wasn't a part of the conversation, but I feel like she's possibly done that with her attorney, because she told me later on that he was yelling at her for doing that because he never told her to do that, and she made it harder for him because of her doing that. Which, if that's the case, I can see that happening because she's done it to me. And then I have to get her to calm down before she listens to everything that I'm trying to tell her. So now she has her boys, but she doesn't technically legally have them. She's trying to go for full custody so she can bring them to the U.S. without issue. If she can't get full custody, she can't come to the U.S. with the boys. I don't want to live in Mexico. So that's kind of an issue.
That's a big issue.
She had suggested that I move to Texas and that she just comes up and visits me. And I said, I don't know if that would work or not. I said, it's something we can look into. So like I said, I've been helping her pay for her attorneys and stuff. And I've pretty much been sending her about $100 a week for the last several months. And when it came time for her to come up here, so she was going to come up here with the boys because she's got all their passports, she's got their visas, they can all come up here. Her ex did something with the court, I guess, and made it to where she and the boys had to go to some special counseling sessions thing. Mm-hmm. And they're all supposed to go. He's supposed to go, she's supposed to go, the boys are supposed to go. The boys, I think, had to go once, and then she said that they didn't have to go anymore. But she had to keep going like multiple times. And because of that, she couldn't come up here anymore. And I had told her, I said, well, I don't know if I can come down there because I don't have the money to buy a ticket. Because at that point, I had spent all my money between her and stuff that I was doing that I didn't have any more left. And I was looking at possibly either having to get a second job, or I was trying to refinance the house so I could get a different payment set up and then cover my credit cards. Because part of me giving her money was I was pulling it from the credit card, which not a good thing to do.
No.
And she got upset with me about that. Well, if you don't have any money, how are you going to support us when we're up there? I said, we'll figure it out. I don't have a problem with that. I will figure it out. We will figure that out. But I don't have money to drop on a ticket to fly down there right now. And there's something about if she were to come up here to live, she can't work for like the first year or something. I don't know. It's some rule with the US. I guess. I don't know. Her used to be friend, the one that set us up, told me that is kind of true, but there's ways around it or whatever. Mm-hmm. But she got mad at me and said that, you know, there were several times that she had said, well, if you can't support us, don't expect me to be able to just to go out, and I don't want to be the one having to support the family. I'm like, I'm not asking you to be the one to support the family. I fully expect to be that person. And if I have to, I will get a second job to pay everything. I'm not afraid of that. I'm not concerned about that. I will figure it out. I always do. And I said, I was married with 2 kids. I said, yeah, there were some nights that dinners were absolutely sucked, but you know what? We made it through. We're fine. No, of course no. But my kids are fine. My kids are huge. So my kids are fine. And I told her, I said, that is actually one of my concerns is, I said, your kids don't speak a lot of English. Less than she does. And I said, the school here isn't set up for your children. And I said, that's a concern that I have. I don't know how well they'll adapt. Because we don't have a Spanish program. I mean, they have a Spanish class for, you know, people who live here, but they don't have a Spanish program to adapt to people who don't speak English. And I don't know that the school will do that very well because there's lots of issues with the school. So that was a concern that I did have. And she's like, they'll be fine. They'll figure it out. So this time when I was down there, one of the days, she kept kind of saying, she goes, it worries me that you don't have the money. And actually, before I went down there, we were talking about it. She goes, it worries me. And I told her, I said, I was waiting for it to be a surprise, but I said, I got my loan approved. I refinanced the house. Got all my bills in order now. I'm saving like $400 a month now on my bills. I said, so it opens me up a little bit. I can do some stuff while we're down here. And she was upset with that. She's like, oh, I didn't like that. I don't like that you're just getting another loan. I'm like, I'm not getting another loan. I already had a loan. I just made it bigger. It's whatever. So I get down there and I told her, I said, I don't have a lot of money to spend. I have some money, but I don't have a lot of money. I spent over $1,000 while we were down there because she kept buying shit. And we were at Chick-fil-A one day because we'd come up to McAllen to visit some of her family. So we were at Chick-fil-A. And I'd bought it and whatnot. And I was looking at the bill and I'm like, food is just getting expensive anymore. Because it was $42 for the 4 of us. And that's all I said. I wasn't like, but she took it personal. Like I was complaining about having to buy food for her boys. And I tried to explain to her, I said, that's not at all what I'm saying. I said, I'm just saying that the food is expensive anymore. This is ridiculous. $40 at a fast food restaurant. I said, even at home, I said, like Taco Bell is getting ridiculous anymore. Taco Bell used to be the cheap place to go. So then she goes, well, you don't have to pay for my boys anymore. I'll pay for that stuff. I said, that's not what I'm saying. That's not at all what I'm saying. So we went on. We went to another store. And this was where I had a complaint about stuff, because we went to TJ Maxx. And she starts going through perfumes and face scrubs and makeups and all this stuff. And she just starts putting all this stuff in the cart. And I'm thinking to myself, it's like, she's going to expect me to pay for this. And it ended up being $150 worth of stuff. And I told her, I said, I don't have the money for all of this stuff. And she got mad. And she goes, well, I'll just return it all. I said, no, you're not returning it. I said, you've got this stuff. I'm not returning it. It is what it is. Later on that night, she was trying some of it. She goes, I don't like this one. And I have this, but I don't have this. So I need to take this one back and get that. And I said, okay, that's fine. But I said, you're not taking the other stuff back to make me give me my money back. I said, I'm not taking it back for you to give me my money back. In the night, she got up and took my wallet out and got the receipt and put it in her purse.
Oh, God.
So the next morning when I got up, and she didn't put my wallet back in the same spot. So the next morning when I got up and I went to put my pants on, and my wallet's not in my pocket that it normally is, I started freaking out because I'm like, where the hell did I leave my wallet? What did I do? You know, we did all this shopping. I have no clue where my wallet's at. And I came out and I said, I don't know where my wallet's at. That's got my passport card to get back into Mexico. That's got all this, got my driver's license, got all this stuff. I said, I don't know where it's at. She goes, well, did you check your pants? I said, yes, I checked my pants. It's not in my front pocket where I always put it.
So she didn't even be honest with you and tell you that she took it out?
No. She went into the bedroom and picked up my pants and then pulled it out of the back pocket. And I said to her, I said, you went in my wallet? Or you took my wallet? She goes, yeah. And I opened it up and saw the receipt was gone. I said, why did you take the receipt? Well, I didn't figure you would let me take it back. I said, I told you I would let you take that stuff back. But we're not returning it just to return it to give me my money back. I said, you said you wanted to return this one for this reason and this one for this reason. And I was fine with that. I said, but I have a problem with you going into my pants and taking my wallet and doing this behind my back and then not telling me anything.
Angel, move.
So
Angel.
we go on about our day. We go back to the store. She returns the stuff and they say, what card did it go on? Do you have that card? I said, yeah. And I put it back in my card. Well, then she got upset. I said, what are you mad about now? Well, you said I could return those and get these. I said, yeah. They said it had to go back on the card that it was purchased with. It went back on the card it was purchased with. Well, you said I could buy this stuff. Yes, I did. So let's go find it.
Why does this feel like the only thing she's wanting right now is money?
Well, and that's one of my concerns.
Oh, honey.
And I told her this.
That screams like, am I the oddball? Because I feel like I am the biggest POS because I don't want somebody's money. I want to make my stuff myself. And that makes me have to take longer to do the stuff that I want to do or that I need for me. But I would rather suffer and struggle and earn it myself, because that is how I have been forced to be in, where I have had to rely on someone else's money, and I don't want it. I have to be like seriously mental. Like there's something really wrong with me because if that's how we're supposed to do it, I'm doing it wrong.
Well, and so she got the stuff that she wanted to replace it with, but they didn't have the one. So then she got some other stuff, and then she got some other stuff, got some other stuff. And I'm like, I didn't say anything. Because it went from, we returned like 4 things because she didn't need this and she wanted to replace this, to she replaced that plus some. And whatever. So I was like, whatever, bought it. Well, then we go to get something to for lunch, and she's like cold shouldering me on this. I'm like, well, what do the boys want? She's like, I'll take care of it. I said, no, I'll take care of it. What do the boys want? And like, I had to reach around her to pay for it because she wasn't going to let me pay for it. And I'm trying, like, I understand what she's saying, but at the same time, it's like she wasn't understanding what I was saying and what I was trying to do. It's like, I'm trying to make it so, because she was going to have to put everything on a credit card, and I'm putting it on my account. And I'm like, I have the money to pay for food. I have the money to pay for this. I don't have money to go be doing a bunch of extra stuff. And so when we got back to her aunt's house, because that's where we were staying when we were up there, I told her, I said, look, you got on my case about spending a bunch of extra money that I didn't have, and I had to redo my bills, and you got irritated with that. You didn't like that. You thought it was a bad idea. And I said, that's fine. I've fixed it for now. I don't have a lot of money to spend while I'm down here. And I said, yet you have gone and we've spent this and this and this and this, which we don't need that stuff. You want that stuff. I said, I have money for some of it. I didn't have money for all of it. Now I don't have money for this and this. So I said to her, I said, you got mad at me because I was wastefully spending, is what you told me. And now we're buying stuff that you don't need, but you want. That's wastefully spending. Well, you're not going to find another girl out there that doesn't like makeup and doesn't want to spend money on makeup and this and that and blah, 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 blah. If you think that's going to happen, you're crazy. I said, there are a lot of women that don't use makeup. There are a lot of women that don't use the facial creams and all this other stuff that she was buying. I said, I know you like it. And I know you want some of that stuff, and I understand I'm going to try and get you what I can. But we can't go and spend all this money on this. There's other things that you need. And then the next day we were driving back to her house. Everything was fine until about an hour into the drive. And she just started saying, I don't think it's going to work for us. I don't understand how you're going to pay for us. I don't think we're going to work. And she kept, like, she wasn't saying that same thing over and over again, but she kept saying, like, different things that was that.
Right.
And I started to ask her, I'm like, why do you think we're not going to make it? I said, I've already told you, I will figure things out to make it work for us.
That's how it has to be, though. I mean, even if you have to go without or redo plans, you do what you have to do together. It's supposed to be a team thing.
Right. I'm like, I will do what we need to do to help your boys. I will do what I need to do to help you, to keep us all together, to do this and do this. I don't understand why you keep saying that you don't think it's going to work, or this isn't going to happen, or I don't have the money or the plans to do this. I said, I've already told you. She goes, well, you don't have a plan for my boys. I said, I've already told you. My son, who doesn't live with me anymore, who has one of the bigger rooms upstairs in my house, I said, if you come and live with me, that's your boys' room. I've already told you that. I've already told my son that. To me, that's a big deal.
It is a huge deal.
Like, I've already told him. I'm like, because
I freak out
wanting
thinking
to.
that's what made, I think, this house so different for me because every other time that I have been with someone, I have literally moved into a house that they have already owned and it was literally theirs. So I didn't feel like it was something for me. I always felt like it was theirs. So that already was a big thing for me because this house was brand new. We got to build it like together. So I know it's a big deal because that was the whole point when I was with the guys. It was like, look, this is my home, but it's our home because if you're here, it's ours. I'm making space for you. I don't know. She, now that I know all of that, that is toxic beyond all. There's so much more there that's made me even more depressed than I was before. I thought I was pretty broken, but I want to give her the benefit of the doubt and say that she's trying to figure out who she is and what she actually wants. But everything that you have just said screams she's only in for the money and to be here and to try and start a life here.
Well, and I did tell her that at one point. I said, I feel like sometimes I can't remember if I said this on the way back when she was saying this. I said, I feel like sometimes all you want me for is my money, which I don't have much of, to become a citizen, and to get into the U.S. I said, I don't feel like it all the time, but I said, sometimes you make me feel like that's all I'm good for.
But even the second that you start to feel that, that's always going to be in your head.
Right.
Because how are you going to know? If that's the case, she's never going to tell you. But you're going to start to distance yourself from her when she starts to distance herself from you when she's here, because then it's going to become more obvious.
Right. And so those things, it's like, and I told her, I said, I'm just looking for you, because one of the things that I had an issue with before is she was like, you need to exercise, you need to do this, you need to do this, you need to do this. And
oh Lord,
she's like, I want you to be healthy, I want you to be this, I want you to be this, I want you to be this. And I said, that's wonderful. However, if something happens to me, I want to know if you're going to still be there. Or is it as soon as something goes wrong, you're gone?
Yeah, that's the other thing that's what worried me when I got divorced from my son's dad. The second I lost the weight that he wanted me to lose, that's what gave me the heart attack. It was from the drug that they put me on, Meridia. It was pulled from the market because of heart attacks. So I was 21, and because he wanted me to lose the pregnancy weight faster, I went on it, and I lost it all, and then some, and then had a heart attack and nearly died. Then he didn't want me anymore. I was the problem.
Right. And that's my concern. It's like, she does things that I know she cares for me, but at the same time, she does other things to make it look like if something happens, she's going to leave.
Yeah.
And I told her, I said, that's where I'm at. Like, I just spent 20 years with someone. And I feel like I've wasted that 20 years. And I don't want to do it over again. And I said, I just want to have some kind of... And I said, I know you can't fully give me a full-on, I'll be there. But it would be nice to have at least some feeling that you will be. Some belief that you will be. And I said, I don't fully have that from you because of things that you've said in the past and currently. Instead of working together on things, you distance yourself and you start pushing away and you start doing this. And that's not working together on things. And then when we try to work together on things, you only listen to part of what I say, and it's your way or it's no way. And that's why, you know, when we were driving back and she's like, I just don't think this is going to work. I'm like, why do you think this isn't going to work? well, I'm not good enough for you and this and that, and blah, blah. I said, I never said that you were never good enough for me. I never said you were never good enough for me. I said, I'm not ready. Well, why are you not ready? Why am I not good enough? I said, you are good enough. I'm just not ready. Because at this point, we've spent 6 weeks together. We've been talking for 2 years, on and off. But we've only spent 6 weeks together. And those 6 weeks have been on and off. And she keeps pushing the marriage thing. Like this time when I was down there this time, 4 of the 5 days of one of the weeks, or well, 5 of the days of the 7, she asked me like every day, where's my ring? Where's my ring? Where's my ring? I don't have it. I don't have a ring yet. And my ex did that. So again, and it's not her fault that my ex did that. It's not her fault that I have questions because my ex did that. And I'm like, this is the same thing I've done. I don't want to do this again. I don't want to be pushed into marriage.
My brain is imploding.
So she got mad at me. And when we got back, she said, since you don't want to marry me, you can get out. And I said, and go where?
That's what started the fight?
Yeah. That was the fight that she got mad at me and threw her phone at me and hit me and I don't know. We got back. It was like, maybe it was the next day. No, it was Thursday. We got back. So we were kind of arguing on the way home. And then when we got home, her boys went up to their room and they were playing their games and whatnot. And we continued to talk and argue and whatnot, back and forth. And she got mad at me to a point where she said, you can get out. I don't want you in my house anymore. And I said, where am I going to go? And she goes, well, you can get Airbnb. And we talked some more and called me an asshole and she went upstairs and then she came back down because I just sat there. I'm like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do now. She came back down. She goes, let's go to bed. Now, she has an air mattress in her room because I can't sleep on her mattress because her mattress is like 3 inches thick on a piece of wood. Mm-hmm. And I can't sleep on that. So I bought an air mattress that she picked up in McAllen, brought it down, and that's what I had been sleeping on. So I go upstairs. She lays down in her bed. I lay down on the air mattress. She gets up. She go grab some stuff. She comes over to me. She goes, here's your cell phone. Here's all the money that I have, and here's all the US dollars that I have. You can have that. I took it and I set it back on her bed. I said, I don't want your money. And I laid back down. Then she got up and she grabbed it and she threw it at me and hit me with it. And then stormed off. And said, if I can't sleep, you're not going to sleep.
Okay, I changed my why are you not fighting for her? Shame on you. You did this to yourself to no, fuck that bitch. She's a crazy psycho lunatic. And my God, Brazen, do you promise never to go to Mexico for another woman again?
Unless it's for real.
Okay, but I still miss her.
But
after all of that, I still miss her. And
that's because you're a schmuck, you schmuck.
Okay, Brazen.
Yeah.
If there was a way to salvage it and everything was, you could think and eventually know that things would fall into place, would you still put yourself through all of this?
If I knew everything would fall into place, yeah, I'd go through that.
But he did. He was operating with that in his mind. He told her they would figure it out when she got here. He was going to give her kid the room that belonged to his son. He was operating with that in his head. That there was nothing that they couldn't work through, because in a relationship, that is what you do. Well, some relationships. In any case, in real relationships, that is what you do.
You sacrifice together.
Yes, that's the way it's supposed to be. It cannot be one person always doing everything, even if that's how you both wanted it to be. It can't. Someone sooner or later is going to resent the other person. You don't feel like you're enough. I don't feel like I'm enough. I literally spent my entire life doing whatever anyone else wanted to do because I didn't have a choice. I hate people saying I have choices. I do not. There are too many instances where you do not. When you're a parent, that comes first.
Well, and I had told my ex multiple times before we got divorced. I said, I feel like I am just a paycheck for you.
I hate that feeling. See, I feel like I am
and I was just a roommate.
I feel like I am the biggest burden in the world because of all of my issues, and I cost a fortune. Like, I can't do it on my own. There is no way I will ever create a piece of art to fix all of my bills.
One of the big things that really started to turn my feelings towards divorce more was the COVID thing. So she went and got a COVID vaccine. I didn't get one. I don't want one. I never did want one.
I've never had one. Neither has Nathan.
And she knew that. However, so we had gotten COVID a couple times because she was working at the school and she was getting it from there, from the, all that stuff, because germ, whatever. Anyways, so she had gotten it from there the first time, and then that's how I got it. And the only reason I knew I had it, because I didn't have any issues, I didn't have anything. The only reason I got it is because I had to get tested so I could go back to work. And when I got tested, it tested positive, so then I had to stay home and yada yada blah blah blah. Anyways, fast forward, she went and got the COVID shot and didn't tell me. Now, the last time she got a flu shot, she had an allergic reaction to it. Never got a flu shot after that. If there's a medication and it has like a 1% chance of something happening, usually it happened to her.
That's me. My mom hated me for that.
All the time. Every medic, and she started. I felt like she was on too many medications at one point, and I asked her if she felt that she needed all of those because she was on at 30, what was it, 33, 34. She said she had rheumatoid arthritis, needed medication for that. She had anxiety, needed medication for that. She had sleeping issues, so she needed medication for that. She at some point developed lupus, but then didn't have lupus. I don't know, had medication for that. She had heartburn medication. She had migraine medications and injections, which I told my doctor, because my doctor was her doctor. I said, you do with this information as you want. I said, but being that you were the one that gave her the medications for the injections for the migraines, I said, I don't believe she's having migraines. He goes, why is that? I said, I've never seen someone who has a migraine able to sit in a chair in a living room where there's light and watch TV and eat cereal while having a migraine attack. I said, I don't believe it. So I said, you do with that what you will. But anyway, so she had, I don't know, like 14 different medications she was taking.
Oh my Lord.
And eventually some of them started to interact with others, and she got some weird disease because of it now.
Oh, God.
Anyways, so back to things happen when she gets these medications because she is that 1%. So she gets the shot. I don't know about it. April something. She says to me, she goes, I'm really thinking about getting the COVID shot. I know you're against it, but I wanted to know what your thoughts were. I said, you do what you want to do. If you want to get it, you get it. I don't think you should get it, but if you're going to get it, go ahead and get it. I'm not going to stop you from getting something you want to do. I'm really glad you feel that way because I actually got it back in February.
Oh my God!
I said, what?
I'm doing everything wrong. I'm doing everything wrong.
I said, what? She goes, well, yeah, I didn't think that you would let me get it, so I just went and got it. And I said, and what if you had a reaction? I said, I wouldn't have known, and I would have told the medical people that come get you that you haven't had that. Because I wouldn't have known. And they were treating people completely different whether you had it or not.
Yes. After 20 years, she didn't think it was a big deal to not tell you she went and got something that because she's a 1% factor like me, she shouldn't have told you.
So that was kind of a start. And, you know, like I said, I had told her multiple times that I just felt like I was a paycheck. I was just a roommate.
Yeah.
And
That's not what that feels like.
finally one day I was just like, you know what? We were arguing about the frickin' pool in the backyard, and I'm like, you know what? I'm done doing this.
I need to rewrite a book because I need to rethink all of my bad choices because now my bad choices are not quite as bad as the bad choices that I thought they were.
So anyways, little shining light onto that one. That's why I'm a little leery now because I don't want to repeat that.
I don't blame you. I really don't. Hi Alex. I absolutely, I am horrible when my gut says something. I don't listen to it and I should.
Same.
And it has bitten me in the ass.
Well, and her friend that set us up, she asked me today, she goes, is it all right if I block her? I'm like, you do whatever you want to do. You don't need to ask me. You don't need to. She goes, well, I haven't talked to her in like a year and a half because they got in a fight over me. Because my girlfriend was mad at me for something. Had talked to her. She had talked to me. And then she took my side and then they got in an argument. Now, let's see, Friday she went to work. We were okay. We talked. She says, tomorrow we're going to do this and this and this and this. We're going to try and make the last days together good because we won't see each other after this. I'm like, okay. So Saturday we go and we like redo everything that we did the first time I was down there. Like we were redoing the first date again. And I had messaged one of my friends. I said, she's pretending like nothing has happened. And we're just going to pretend like everything's great. And I don't know if I can do that. And they replied back and said, well, you can't pretend like nothing has happened. Fuck that. And that's all it was said.
Uh-huh.
So we're going about our day. Get towards the end of the day. We're at Costco. She couldn't find what she wanted there. So we were getting ready to leave. And because of the bathroom situation down there, which probably don't need to explain to you guys,
No.
I like to go to the restrooms in the stores because you can actually use them properly. So I went to the bathroom in there. Well, there's a line, so I had to wait. As I'm coming out, my phone's blowing up. And she's sending me messages. Are you cheating on me before we even leave? Before you even leave? Did you find someone already? I'm like,
Good
I was
Lord.
taking a dump. Like, not exactly the greatest place to pick up people. I mean, of all of the choices that I have, probably not the top 50.
Yeah, the bathroom.
So
If
I
you're
come
into
back.
that
I'm like,
thing.
what are you talking about? Well, you took a while to get back. Did you find somebody? I said, what do you mean? Did I find somebody? I was in the bathroom,
In the men's room?
in the men's room. Yes.
Right. I mean, kids
No, I'm
can
not
know.
into
We don't
that.
know.
Not into that.
I mean, we don't know.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm telling you.
We're not judging, Brazen. We're not.
Yeah.
So then she gets mad at me. She goes, well, you were probably telling her ex-friend, my friend at work. She goes, you were probably telling her everything. I said, I haven't even talked to her since I came down here. Well, I don't believe you. So I show her my phone. I opened it up and I showed it. I gave it to her. I'm like, look. So she looks, not there. I hadn't talked to her. And then she sees the message from my other friend and me saying that I didn't know if I could do it. And my friend said, fuck that. So she forcefully hands it back to me and says, let's go. Start walking back to the car. She starts crying. Says, why am I a joke to you? I said, what are you talking about? Why am I a joke to you? I said, what makes you think I'm a joke? What? I don't understand. She goes, well, you and your friends are making fun of me. I said, what do you mean we're making fun of you? I said, all I said was, I don't know if you wanted to pretend like nothing had happened and I don't know if I can do that. I said, how is that making fun of you? I said, I don't understand. You want me to open up and tell you my feelings, and then when I tell you my feelings or you find out about my feelings, you get mad, so then I close back up. I don't know what you want me to do. She goes, well, you need to find a place and get out of my house. I said, and go where? She goes, you need to download the Airbnb app and find a place because I want you out of my house. I said, and how do I get to the airport? I said, I don't speak Spanish. I don't have pesos to pay a taxi driver or a driver. I said, and I don't even know who to contact for a taxi down here. I said, so how do I get to the airport? She goes, well, how do you get to the airport in the US? I said, I can speak English and I pay with dollars. And there's apps. And we went back and forth a little bit in the parking lot, and then we start to leave. Well, then she starts driving like a crazy lady, like zooming past cars, like we're switching lanes and we're like flying past cars. I'm like, you need to slow down. She goes, you need to call your friend. I said, why? Call them now. I want you to call your friend. Call your friend. I want to talk to them right now. I called my friend. He didn't answer. Call him back. I called him back. They didn't answer. I'm like, good. Because I can't imagine how that would have gone. And then they called back. They're like, hey, Brazy, how's it going? I said, well, Erica is here. You're on speakerphone and she would like to speak with you. And she started laying everything out. This is how this has gone. This is how this has gone. Why are you guys making fun of me? Why do you think I'm a joke? All this. And they said, well, I know that Brazen's hurt and, you know, you were trying to make it a good day and pretend like nothing happened. And you can't really do that sometimes. It's difficult to do and this and that. And she goes, well, what about me? What about my side of things? Why are you taking his side? They're like, well, I'm friends with him and I know his side. I don't really know you very well. This is only the second time I've ever talked to you. And they go on and on and on and on. And she starts to slow down a little bit. And I thought things were okay-ish. And then her dad calls her. And, I don't speak Spanish. I don't know what they said. She hangs up with him. She goes, we're going to go back to my house. My family's going to be there. We're going to pretend like nothing's happening because I don't want them to know my business. And we're not going to tell them. So pretend like we're a happy couple and everything's going to be fine. Okay. I don't like this pretending thing. I don't like being fake. I hate being fake. So this is not what I like doing. So anyways, get back to her house, pretend like everything's fine. They stick around for like a couple hours. We hang out, talk, blah, 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 blah. He gives her papers that she needs for getting remarried because, that was kind of an awkward exchange. But she had all these papers that she needed to get so she could get remarried. And she had her dad get them for her. And he handed them to her. He goes, actually, these are for you. And gives them to me. I'm like, okay, well, thanks. And we hang out for, like I say, a couple hours. They leave. Her kids go upstairs as soon as she shuts the door from her family leaving. She goes, did you get the Airbnb app downloaded yet? I said, what? She goes, did you get it downloaded yet? I want you out. I said, I thought we were okay. I'm like, I leave tomorrow. I thought we were okay enough for me to stay here tonight. You take me to the airport tomorrow, and then we can go our separate ways and be done. So we went back and forth a little bit. She brought the air mattress down in her kitchen and set it up there. Well, there's a kitchen, living room. It's all kind of one room. Sets it up down there. He goes, you can sleep here. And then her boys were starting to figure out what was going on. I stayed up for quite a while, and that's where I was talking to you guys. And saying that I was trying to figure out if I was going to make it to the airport or not.
Which worried us.
What all was going on. And she goes, I'll get up in the morning. We'll be at the airport at 10:30. I'll drop you off and have a safe trip. And I said, okay. So she gets up the next morning, made breakfast, text messaged me that breakfast was ready and I could have some if I wanted. I ate. We talked a little bit. She dropped me off at the airport. She goes, if you need anything or have any issues, let me know. I'll see if I can help. But otherwise, I'm never going to talk to you again. And have a good trip. And I tried to give her a hug and she backed off. Like, okay. So I turned around, went into the airport, and that's when I started having the issues with the bag, where they wouldn't let me put the bag on the flight. And I'm like, I don't know what to do with it. They're like, well, do you have friends or family that you could have them hold it for you or whatever? I said, not anymore. And I went back and forth with them, and they're like, well, we can get you to Dallas. There's a restriction on Chicago, so we can't put any more luggage on the flight that's not already booked for the flight. So they said, so we can take you anywhere else. Nowhere else has restrictions, just Chicago. Like, of course it does. They're like, so we can get you to Dallas. Is that close? I'm like, no. They're like, okay, well, we can get you on the flight tomorrow to Chicago. I said, well, I got to be back to work tomorrow, but I said, will that fix my bag issue? no, we still can't fly it tomorrow either. I'm like, well, then what does that do? And then they said, well, we can get you to Las Vegas. Is that closer? I'm like, no, that's further away. And they're like, well, I'm not sure what we can do for you then. Like, that's about all we can do. I'm like, okay, well, am I checked in on this flight at least? I can, if I go through security, I'll be able to get on the plane. Like, you guys haven't done anything. I'm still on this flight. Yep, you're checked in. I'm like, all right. So I walked away and I called. They said they're not letting me put the bag on the flight. So I don't know what to do with it. She goes, let me try and call a friend. So she tried to call a friend. And then she called back. She said they couldn't get a hold of him. I have to go pick up my dad. After that, I'll come get it from you. And when I go to McAllen next time, I'll ship it back to you. Like, all right. Then she shows back up with her dad, and you know, she's fine now. I'm stressed the fuck out. And I'm like switching things between bags. And I load the checked bag into her car. And her dad got out, and he's standing there, and I'm trying to hold it together, but I'm like not doing well. And he goes, he doesn't speak hardly any English, but he said, is everything okay? I'm like, it has been a very long morning, very stressful morning. And he looked at me and said, what? And then she translated for him. And he goes, I can't remember what he said after that. Then she said, next time I go to McAllen, I'll ship this back to you. Is that all right? Gave her a hug. Then she held me tight, said, I love you. And now I'm really confused. I'm like, I'm not sure if this is real or if it's fake now. And she let me go, left. I went and got on the plane and came back. And that's where we've been. Now, she messaged me Monday of last week. And said she'll let me know next time she comes to McAllen. That was the only thing that she said. I asked her how her and the boys were doing, and she never replied. A couple days later, I asked how her and the boys were doing, and she didn't reply. I'm like, okay. Because she messaged me through text message and said, only message me through here. I'll communicate through here. Don't contact me through anything else. I said, why not WhatsApp? Because that's what you use for everything. He goes, through here is fine. The other thing that is there is, so I had got her a cell phone, added it to my cell phone plan. And she told me that she would give it back to me and whatever. And I said, I can't do anything with it. I can't sell it. I can't sell it back to the phone company. I said, if I take your line off, it's only going to save me like $20 a month. I said, just keep it. I said, I'm not going to shut it off for $20 a month. Just keep it. I don't know if it's going to come back with the luggage or not. So that's yet to be seen.
Oh, Lord.
I mean, it doesn't matter if it does or not. I don't care at this point. I know she removed that phone and me from the group with her and the kids. Because she has 3 different phones. But she wanted this one so she could shop in America. Easier. Because her phone doesn't work well that way. So I don't know. That's the one that she threw at me too. So I don't know. It may come back with the luggage. I don't know if it does or not. At this point, I don't care. And I did tell her too. I said, I want you to, before, was it we were fighting? So Saturday night, I told her, I said, I want you to get your boys back. I'm going to continue helping pay for that if I can. So it's like, I've left that stuff open and told her, but I don't know. So that's where I'm at now.
I got
And now
nothing.
we're here today. And now I'm here today.
I got nothing. And Pappy's not even, like, I think you blew Pappy's mind.
No, I'm just listening because that sounds like my life. Only with my ex-wife, not a crazy girlfriend.
I think we all have exes that are like that, though. That's the fucked up part.
Only this ex-wife ain't coming back.
Or is she?
Nope, she is determined to marry some other guy, and we'll leave it at that.
Mm-hmm.
Because if she makes it with him, then yeah, that's fine. I don't care. I'm not.
Win
I
the
don't want her
lottery.
back.
See if she still feels the same.
I want to be divorced from her before I play the lottery and win. Because when I do, I'm changing my name. I swear, I'm changing my name. I'm buying some land, and I'm disappearing onto it.
No, you're not. You have obligations that you're bound by contract to now.
That land will be KOVH's, not mine.
I'm just saying. You can't disappear, Pappy.
So it's kind of hard to disappear to the land of KOVH when I buy it and donate it.
Uh-huh.
Buy and donate. Then I'm going to disappear into a small corner of it.
Don't let her brazen make you the rebound guy, though, so she has someone to fall back on if she finds something else and it doesn't work. That's not any fun either. I hate being sick.
Did you put yourself on a break?
Yes.
Okay.
No, it did it itself, Peppy.
I wasn't sure what was going on there, so
It did it itself.
bite me.
No.
Listen, potato.
Okay, tomato.
Nope. I eat potatoes.
Nope. Potatoes splat you.
Potatoes get mashed.
Potatoes fight back.
Only the ones that look like you.
Potato guns are pretty cool.
Do what?
Nope.
The potato guns are pretty cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nope.
Nothing like compressed air and a potato.
Nope.
It's like taking a pumpkin and putting it on a trebuchet and seeing how far you can fly it through the sky.
Mm-hmm. All I know is that people are supposed to make us feel better about ourselves and not worse.
That's the truth.
I seriously worry today that people are so desperate to either be in another country or... Because I've had people that I've seen in Facebook groups that I'm on talking about going to Greenland and Finland and Sweden and all those places because they hate this country. that they could marry someone and be over there. But that's just creating new problems, because the reason then that you're going over there is not the reason that you should be.
Greenland's about to get sucked into the U.S.
No, it won't. Neither will Canada.
Canada won't. Greenland might.
They won't.
The people of Greenland are wanting it.
Or some government officials of Greenland.
It's just mostly the government officials. I don't think anybody wants to be like us.
Oh, they used to.
Yeah, that was before we lost our mind.
Yeah, I mean...
In any case, rabbit hole, rabbit hole, rabbit hole, and I'm not going to get bitch slapped for that, so no!
Yep.
All I'm saying is, we have to listen to our guts. We cannot let ourselves be so low, broken, and desperate that that's what we think our only options are, because that's not how you be with someone. That's what I'm saying. I know, because I have fucked it up so many times now. It's not even funny. I hate it.
My friend at work today, who knows most of the situation, because she used to talk to her too. She asked me, she goes, "Would you go back?" I said, "Maybe." And then she got mad at me and said, "Why would you go back to that?" I said, "Because there's good there." She goes, "There's not enough good there." She goes, "She's crazy. You need to walk away."
How do you know that that's good though? What if, how do you know if that's good there? How do you not know for 100% that she was not just trying to get here to the U.S.?
I don't.
But then that's not good there. That's a pretty big personal risk, again, to risk. Could you live with yourself if she was here and for a year or 2 years, maybe even 5 years, she's fine, you're fine, you guys are all fine, and then one day she slaps you with divorce papers and says, "I'm fucking done. I'm good now. Thank you."
And see, here's the other part of that. If you go through and file all the papers the correct way, because there's 2 ways to do it. Well, there's multiple ways to do it, but if you go the proper paper way, one of the papers you end up signing on there says, no matter what, you agreed to support this person for 10 years. So if they come and they're here for so long and then they split on you, you still have to support that person for 10 years.
Is that a risk you would be wanting to take? Brazen, that was not a positive. You just tried to frame it as a positive. Hi, nightmares.
Well, it's positive to some degree, but a negative to others.
All I'm saying is forced sugar daddy. I do not want to be married to someone that I'm going to hate the rest of my life. Just to get something, just to have something, just to be somewhere.
Well, and that's where I'm like debating myself on this. It's like I'm trying to figure out where she's at. Is she meaning this in a bad way? Because there is the cultural differences. There is the language barrier. Is what she's saying, or is what she's saying what I think she's saying, but she's actually saying something else? That's what I've been trying to figure out, because and if I question things to try and understand, she gets upset. If I don't
then you're
question
never
things,
going to get that answer.
she gets upset.
You're never going to get that answer.
I guess I was feeling that at some point it would all make sense to me and I would know then.
How?
Sometimes you just know.
Not with that. Hi, Reaper. There are some things you will never just know because you have to ask. And if you guys don't have the answers, you can't just wait for that to hit you in the face because that's the shittiest thing to do to either person, especially if there's kids involved. Pappy, Cyborg wants you.
What's up, Cyborg? What's he want? Oh, no, the heart does not. It's just the tiny dinies and galaxies at the moment.
What does the minister side of you think, Pappy? The religious / chaplain side.
The minister side of me?
Uh-huh. When it comes to answers like that, because those are some pretty big ones.
Is it worth it?
See, this is so unfair because how does he know that?
Putting yourself through it, knowing that she could break your heart into a million pieces. And then the other question is, have you asked yourself, do you really love her enough to put yourself through that aggravation of not understanding? Because the cultural differences, they're going to get you at some point. Because even I have to ask those questions some days. And it's not just even country to country. It's even within our own country. Because people are raised differently in different parts of the country. So you literally have to ask yourself, is it worth putting yourself through that? And at the end of the day, if she was to come back and apologize to you, would you take her back? Because this is like, I mean, if you were to marry her, if you were to decide tomorrow you wanted to marry her, is this something that you'd be able to handle? Because I know you said you're going to be able to work it out. That's fine. But you're going to have to work out the cultural differences and the language barrier issue because she's not going to understand what working it out means. Because what we do here and what they do down there is totally different. So,
I don't like you, Pappy.
Why?
Your wisdom is annoying.
Well, I could say this on a lot of things for a lot of people, so.
I don't like you, Pappy.
Because this goes for all of us.
Yeah, I don't like you.
Here's the thing. I can just about make anything work.
Yeah.
Would I take her back? Possibly. At this point, I don't know.
You guys have things that you need to work out before you go back down that route. Okay, let me put it this way. Would you give your life for her if it came to that? Because if you wouldn't sacrifice yourself for her, it's not worth it.
I would sacrifice myself for a lot of people though.
Yeah.
So I can't use that one as a judge.
Okay.
Because I would say yes, but I would say that for multiple people.
Okay.
Not just family members, not just my family, not just my kids. There are other people that I would too. And that's something that I need to work on myself because I love helping other people.
Mm-hmm.
It's what makes me feel like I'm doing something
Mm-hmm.
and kind of gives me a self-worth, which is a problem in itself. It's a good thing, but it's also a problem
Right.
because it makes it difficult for me to decipher when is it for me and when is it for just everyone else. You know what I
Right.
mean?
Yep.
Because there are a lot of times I don't care what happens to me. If everybody else is fine, then I'm fine. And I know that's a problem. But I don't know what to do about it.
All you can do is keep the lines of communication open and see where things go. If it's meant to be, if she goes completely psycho and off the rail, it's not gonna matter what you guys do. But if she really wants, if she's having her own moment of doubt about whether or not she's supposed to be with you or not, that could be where some of her issues are coming from. Because has she told you the whole story about her ex-husband?
A little bit. When I asked some, she would get upset.
Okay.
Because I was trying to understand the situation because it's such an odd, in a way, situation. So I was trying to understand where everybody was, where she was, where he kind of was. Obviously, I know her side of his story is going to be a little different than what it probably actually is.
Mm-hmm.
And also trying to figure out her within her family because there's also an issue there. So yeah, she's I don't know. I don't know if she did it to herself, and I still don't know that, or if it's just her family is the way they are. She's kind of the outcast of the family right now.
Okay.
And her dad basically just uses her for if he needs a ride or if he needs this or he needs that. He doesn't try to help her out at all. He doesn't. I don't know. There's things that don't make sense to me. Like she could, if she wanted to, have everything completely taken care of. But she won't accept it and won't do it because she doesn't want to be where it is that it would take care of. So she stays where she's at and struggles.
Yeah. Sounds like a lot of cultural stuff going on there.
Right.
Sounds a lot like a lot of people now.
And I do know that her ex cheated on her. And she found out about it. She confronted him. They stayed together for another 2 years, I think. And then she said she's done.
Stayed together for the boys?
I think that's what she was doing. But at some point, she just got so tired of him that she couldn't do it anymore. So then she filed for divorce. And then she did something wrong. And then he filed also. But then his papers got first. He's got ties to the government somehow. And so he's had this upper hand on her.
Of course.
There's a lot going on there. Yeah, it's just there's a lot going on there.
I couldn't do that. I've already had messed up and messy. I don't want it again. I also don't run away, though. I will spend the rest of my life staying where I am absolutely the most miserable if it means not hurting someone just because I don't want to hurt them. And that sucks. Okay. That is as good as it's gonna get.
Awesome.
No, because I still gotta get it on the heat, but I'm trying to make sure it keeps having these little weird
So
Things
I have a
pop up.
question about that thing.
What?
Is it stuck to like the way that you're seeing it right now? Are you looking through what it's getting stuck to?
Why?
Is how you're seeing it how it's going to be seen?
Yes, why?
I just wanted to make sure it was the right way.
It is the
Not
right
to be
way.
backwards.
No.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
why this one wasn't going to work, because the image, this is the front of the garden flag. So how this is going to look to people who see it is how it has to be. So this one is reversed and would have been reversed.
Okay.
This one is the right way.
Okay.
I'm just worried about spacing.
I was just wondering because if you lift it up and look at the other side, it'll be backwards.
Yes, it's only a one-sided flag. This is the front, thankfully. Yeah, I double and I
So
triple
it's
check
going to
that.
fade through?
It bleeds through. You've never seen one of my flags?
No.
Oh Lord.
I mean, oh Lord. The night when you made that tag was the first time I've seen you do any of the crafting stuff.
Oh Lord.
It's been that
Lord me.
long, Amy.
I know, and now I'm even more depressed than
We
I
talked
was.
about it. We talked about it and talked about it, and this is the first I've seen. So, well, this is the second I've seen. But
Uh-huh.
uh-huh.
Is there anything else, Brazen, that you would like to tell me?
He's really a millionaire?
I wish.
It's probably a
He
good
just
thing that he's
pretends?
not.
I'm in Wisconsin and I like cheese. How's that?
Well, that's a
And
lie.
you're probably a Packers fan too.
He's
You're
a
right,
Packers
I am.
fan. He's a Packers fan. And that explains absolutely everything. Just
He
saying.
likes to act.
He likes cats?
No, he likes to pack.
Oh.
No, I want my package back.
Nope. Nope. Not going to say a damn thing.
I mean, you know, that's part of it too. You know, it's like I don't know if she's going to be able to come up here because if she doesn't get full custody of her boys, she can't come up here.
Right.
Or if she does, it can only be for certain periods of time. So at least at that stand, it would be something to work towards. But until she knows that, I don't know.
Sounds like there's a lot of things to be worked out there.
Well, there is. There's a lot of things going on. There's a lot of different, you know, she's got her stuff with the boys. She's got that stuff. I've got stuff that I'm working on here. And it's just, there's a lot of things, a lot of working pieces that need to fit together.
Mm-hmm.
And some of them are, but some of them aren't. And it's like, some of them she's trying to smash in with a hammer. And it's like, you can't just wait, just slow down. And I tried to get her to do that. It's like, you need to slow down a little bit. Because she is very, very, I don't want to say energetic, but very like, everything needs to be now.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not that way. I'm like, over my years, I have become, you know what? There's tomorrow. I know tomorrow doesn't always come, but there's tomorrow.
Tomorrow.
Enjoy what's here now. Do stuff tomorrow.
Yep.
And she's very, this needs to be done now.
I know somebody like that. Or knew somebody like that.
So And that's why, so, Amy, the one song that I sent you, that's what that song's actually about.
That you're crazy?
No, I didn't write a song about me being crazy. That's just known.
Oh, no, that's what I did. Oh, never mind. It's okay.
Crazy? Who? Where? When?
I don't know. Oh, God, husky drama again.
Oh, no. No husky drama.
She's a big ball of drama. Kaiser! Yeah, no, don't get lippy with me. Little boy! Oh, Lord. When old meets young.
It's the Rye or the Kaiser.
No, Brazen. Just no. I probably should reset my live. Kaiser?
Yeah.